Katrina.
Yeah.
Living up to accountability. All right.
Yeah.
Put that in the form of a motion. We'll read it. We also have an interesting petition, not a petition, but a letter going around that you would like to have some time to talk to people. But if you could write that down. So, yeah, make a motion. We'll take a motion from honorary people. Give it to a real person and he'll give it.
All right.
Somebody make a motion. What is our motion?
The motion is that the Connecticut for Lieberman Party urges Senator Lieberman to reinvigorate the investigation of Katrina.
Or to follow through in his campaign promise of providing oversight in a much-needed environment, the Homeland Security Committee, that he is now the chairman of.
Thank you, vlogger from Massachusetts.
No problem, baby.
CFL urges Senator Lieberman.
That really pisses me off. That's really the one that makes me mad.
To follow on his campaign promise.
What was that again?
I think we should.
Two. What was his promise? Two.
I'd like the motion to state that,
He was going to issue subpoenas.
yeah, that Lieberman should carry through with his campaign promise
Two.
to issue subpoenas to FEMA and other Homeland Security officials regarding Katrina oversight,
And the White House.
which he's the chairman now. The Homeland Security, FEMA falls under that umbrella. He criticized Collins for not issuing the subpoenas during the summer hearings.
All right.
To the White House.
So I've got that one. Any other motions that somebody might want to present?
Okay.
Well, I have some, but
I'd like to ask the good senator if he will actually buy a house in Connecticut or a condo, and actually he's on a month-to-month lease, is what I understood. I hope he'll.
Okay.
Consider having a residence in Connecticut.
With no lump deposit.
Really?
No.
I think we should ask him to abdicate in favor of Arlie Ermy, I think his name is, the crazy drill sergeant on the History Channel that's always blowing up the watermelons with the machine guns.
Okay, I don't know anything about that one.
Okay.
Any others?
What happened, after Lieberman lost the primary?
Right.
When he raised money thereafter, did
Yes.
that money belong to Connecticut for Lieberman?
No, it belonged to Senator Lieberman's campaign. So when you run, yeah, people who gave contributions expecting him to be a Democrat in good faith really faked out when he established his own party and ran as independent. So he was allowed to use that money legally, but
So
it's probably,
two separate entities.
yeah, it probably wasn't an ethical thing to do, in my opinion.
Right.
All right, any other, do you have anything you want to add? So we do number 11?
I've got my humorous ones.
All right.
Just one more point about that. Couldn't you say he was raising money for Connecticut for Lieberman at that point?
He was, but there was no Connecticut for Lieberman. It didn't exist. He was raising money for Joe Lieberman's campaign. So everybody's like an independent corporation, even though Democrats gave him money thinking he was a Democrat.
I think that you should request an IRS audit of Senator Lieberman.
Ooh, I personally wouldn't want to do that because
you'd get audited.
Count on it. Count on that.
Don't say IRS.
Real bad
that's
idea.
better. We have FEC forms. He's filled out financial disclosure. You can see how much money he gets, Hadassah gets for speeches. You can see everything. It's all right there. He's been very open, at least, in what he has to disclose federally. So I wouldn't be for that one. Okay. I hear what you're saying.
No, we really don't want to turn the IRS into a political agency anyhow.
Right.
Just wait.
So, there's opensecrets.org if you
Yeah.
want to see campaign financial
Right.
statements.
Yes.
I'd like to demand that he face us in an open forum. Chris Shays, who I do not care for, he always has town meetings that we can go to, and he's answerable to the voters. Lieberman is absolutely not answerable to any of his constituents, and I think we ought to make that a #1 priority demand.
So far we've got the position that we're going to ask him to come for a private meeting so he won't grandstand. But you're saying even if he tries to grandstand in front of a crowd,
We can attack him.
yeah, we have a microphone.
He's not running.
Right.
So you want to give him a little feedback.
All right. Any others? We have one proposition to vote for, and then something about where he lives. We'll discuss that one.
For 3 years.
Well, let's vote for him one at a time. Vote for it.
Number 11, we're voting.
I don't understand these people. What?
The Connecticut for
what is that
Lieberman
about?
urges Senator Lieberman to follow through on his campaign promises to issue subpoenas to federal officials, including FEMA administrators and others, to engage in oversight about Katrina-related matters. Any discussion of that? Anybody support that? Raise your hand. Voters, 1, 2, 3, 6-0. All right, number 12.
There's more.
Remember, we should ask Senator Lieberman to live in
Establish a
Connecticut.
permanent residence in Connecticut. We know
And
that's
you know for a
true.
fact that he does.
He's on a month-to-month lease. He's done it.
Well, okay, but his driver's license is in the state of Connecticut, is he registered to vote in the state of Connecticut? I mean, just because he rents doesn't, you know,
Month-to-month
just,
lease.
you know, maybe it's a sweetheart real estate deal.
So he has his house.
He owns the company that owns the
All
house that he's
right,
renting.
how about if we put this on for more research?
Right.
We need some more research, maybe bring it up if we have another meeting. Looks like we are going to have another meeting.
So now you have to have another meeting.
All right, any other discussion before we talk? Robin, thank you. For Robin talks about an issue that she wants to talk about, circulating a letter, wants to know if anybody signed it. Any other discussion?
At what point do we put things forward for the next agenda? Can we do that now?
That's a good idea.
Yeah, not